Hot news: global warming concerns rise among Americans in new poll. The New York Times. I've never seen jumps in some of the key indicators like this, the lead researcher said. Want climate news in your inbox? Our email news. A record number of Americans understand that climate change is real, and they are increasingly worried about its effects in their lives today. Some 73% of Americans polled late last year said that global warming was happening, the report found, a jump of 10 percentage points from 2015 and 3 points since last March. The rise in the number of Americans who say global warming is personally important to them was even sharper, jumping 9 percentage points since March to 72%, another record over the past decade. The survey is the latest in a series from the Yale Program on Climate Change Communication and the George Mason University Center for Climate Change Communication. It was conducted. The results suggest that climate change has moved out of the realm of the hypothetical for a wide majority of Americans, said Anthony Leiserowitz, director of the Yale program. It is something that is activating an emotion in people, and that emotion is worry, he said. The survey found people are beginning to understand that climate change is here in the United States, here in my state, in my community, affecting the people and places I care about, and now, Dr. Leiserowitz said. This isn't happening. Asked whether people in the United States were being harmed by global warming right now, 48% of the respondents agreed, an increase of 9 percentage points since March. And 49%. While public opinion on climate issues has fluctuated over the years, many of the recent changes were large enough to fall outside the margin of error of plus or minus 3 percentage points. I've never seen Americans' growing understanding of global warming is part of a long-term trend, he said. But he attributed those reports from and laid out grim prospects for the future if action is not taken to reduce emissions of greenhouse gases that warm the planet. The changes in public opinion over the last year were also tied to politics, Dr. Leiserowitz said, and to the efforts of President Trump to deny the scientific evidence of climate change. Every time he talks about climate change, he drives more media attention to the exact issue, Dr. Leiserowitz said. Political party affiliation is strongly associated with acceptance of the overwhelming scientific consensus on global warming, with Democrats tending to accept it and Republicans tending to reject it. But Mr. Trump, in the poll, a record 62% of respondents understood that humans are the main cause of climate change, a 4-point rise since March. Those attributing it, about 2/3 of those surveyed, believed global warming was affecting weather in the United States, with about half saying that warming made last year's and hurricanes and worse. The realm of disasters like these have brought once abstract concepts home, said Katherine Hayhoe, a climate scientist at Texas Tech University who was not involved in the survey. Today, global warming and its effects are increasingly part of the national discussion, said Sunshine Menezes, an expert in climate communication at the University of Rhode Island and executive director of the Metcalf Institute for Marine and Environmental Reporting. She noted that 41% of respondents in the poll said they talked about global warming with family and friends often or occasionally, and 56% said they heard about the topic in the news media at least once a month, a 13% increase since 2015. It's becoming hard, though it is impossible to attribute shifts in public opinion like this to any one factor, Dr. Menezes said. I am just thrilled that it's happening. For more news on climate and the environment.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.